Hello and welcome to MarcusG.tv. I'm here today with Kevin Burns and the topic is beer. I'm a chef on a mission. Mission for better food, better wine, better beer, better nutrition.
I'm just on a mission for better beer.
Better beer, okay. So what do we have today, Kevin? We have the
Sierra Nevada, okay, it's their 30th anniversary here in 2010, and to commemorate that kind of historical moment, they've brewed a series of collaboration beers. This is their first beer.
Tell people what a collaboration is.
Collaboration beer, it's very interesting, the beer world. Everybody gets along, and when they come together...
They do get along, don't they?
When they come together, they're going to brew a beer, you know, two breweries coming together to brew one beer. Either at both locations or at one location. So they brew this with Fritz Maytag, the former owner of Anchor Brewing Company, another historic legendary.
Who also makes the Maytag Blue Cheese.
Yes.
He was behind Maytag Blue Cheese and he's behind the Junipero Gin.
At Anchor
and the Portero, yes,
Anchor
which is awesome. Now, did that stuff go with the brewery?
I'm not sure if that went with...
Because sometimes when companies sell, they just sell one, like for instance, like St. George Hangar 1 Spirits just sold off the Hangar 1 vodka line to Cuervo, Diageo. But they're keeping the St. George, that's all intact. So the St. George apps and the St. George Framboise, it's all gonna be there. But the Hangar 1, sad to see, it's going to Cuervo, Diageo.
So this is a stout with Fritz Maytag, okay, from Anchor Brewing.
And Sierra Nevada?
And Sierra Nevada.
Two awesome, I gotta tell you, two flagship American breweries.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when you're talking about craft beer, these are two flagship.
Yeah.
You know,
Sierra Nevada, you have Anchor, Brooklyn Brewery, Sam Adams, you know, the Boston Beer Company.
These are the people who shaped the craft revolution in America.
The Mount Rushmore of craft beer.
Exactly.
So this is a stout.
Bitterness.
This came out early in the year.
Yeah.
You've had for about a month or two now, so it's been sitting. But it's still...
I'm building the collection of all the collaborations.
It's still... Now, they're going to release 5. It's already August, and they've only released 2. I was having this discussion the other day. Are they going to speed those 3 up? Are we going to spill into 2011? Because they're also releasing the Tumbler. It's a brown ale in this week or 2 weeks. So you have a brown ale, and then you still have 3 anniversary beers left. So it'll be interesting to see if they speed them up or if they've timed it like this. But... it's still a really fresh nose, bitter.
It is very bitter. It is very bitter, and probably for this kind of beer, it's probably a little cold. Not 100% sure.
Oh, it's rich. It's coffee. It's bitter on the finish. It's big. It's bold. Big malts up front. Touch of sweetness. I really like this beer.
This is an awesome beer. Now, granted, it's summertime. It's 90 degrees out right now. This is an awesome beer.
This is a very good beer.
I like the dryness. The espresso's coming out, the coffee's coming out.
Like fresh coffee grind.
Looks like chewing on a coffee bean almost.
Very, very fresh, very sharp, crisp. The bitterness is definitely there. It is, it's espresso and coffee-like. Now this is a beer, Mars and I are going to split this beer, and that's probably what I would recommend with this beer.
Do we know the alcohol content?
I don't know, but it's so rich. It's going to take a while to drink.
9.2%.
Yeah, this is definitely a sipping, sharing, post-dinner beer.
Yes.
It's so big and bold. It's like right there.
Awesome job, Sierra Nevada. Awesome job.
And Anchor.
And Anchor. Awesome job. Can't wait for the rest of them to come out. Now, what's the other one that we have right now?
I believe it's a Hellesbach brewed with 2 of the kind of founders of the home brewing, Charlie Papazan and Fred Eckhart. Okay, it's a Hellesbach. That'll be really interesting. For great things about this beer, I'm glad we finally got to crack it open. Yeah, I am too. It's been here a while. So it's on the list at Aroma Thyme Bistro, along with the Hellesbach, the second in the series. And as each new beer comes out, we'll be getting each one here. Absolutely. So we'll be cataloging these. They'll be available. This is an A- beer for me, maybe even a solid A. This is a really, really good stout. Without even assessing it, like when you walk into a competition and you see somebody doing something, like let's say an ice carving competition. You walk into the room and you see one person just stands out, and you already know that this is the winner. The person, you haven't done the details, you haven't gone through the list, you haven't gone over and inspected, but it's the first impression. First impression here is at least an A-. At least an A- first impression. Yeah, I think it's an A beer. It just keeps getting better and better. Passes our test. Our A test is, do I want to have more? Do I want to go get another one?
I'm going to try to buy another couple cases. I doubt it's available. This is the first release.
I don't know how widely distribution. I don't know how wide it was. You know, they are a big company.
But
they have like.
I imagine they're in all 50 states. They've got to be.
You look at your bottle return; it's a long list of states.
They've got to be.
They're in all 50 states.
I mean, Omegang's in all 48 main states.
Or 48 states, you know. But this is a great beer. A collaboration of pioneering brewers. Great beer. I love it. Go out and get it. Come here and get it. Wherever you can get it. This is a great beer. Buy 2 bottles. Drink one now. Sock it away. I mean, it's like that. Dark,
look at that
deep brown, blackish, just rich.
I mean, that is one awesome beer. I mean, just look. It's just visually appealing and everything.
I love it.
Absolutely. There's some kind of fruit that's going on that I can't pinpoint the fruit.
Up front, before that bitterness comes in.
There's some kind of fruit. Is it a tropical fruit I'm tasting? Is it?
It's kind of subdued because you get the big malt and then the bitterness. It's in there. I see what you're talking about. It's hidden. It's tough to.
It's right up front. It's a fruit. There's some kind of fruit right up front.
Yeah, I get a sweetness, like.
I don't want to say it's chocolate, even though chocolate's a fruit.
There's chocolate in there.
Did you know chocolate's a fruit?
Yes, there's chocolate. There's chocolate in there.
People are saying, what do you mean chocolate's a fruit? Chocolate is a fruit. Chocolate, part of the chocolate you're eating when you eat a chocolate bar is the seed of the cacao pod. Cacao is a proper terminology for it. So the cacao pod is this pod that grows on the branches of this tropical tree. Ecuador has really the best chocolate. So you have this pod, which is a fruit pod. Once you crack open the pod, you have this flesh, which is the chocolate flesh, and then you have the seeds. The seeds are what make chocolate bars.
Gets muddled up.
So chocolate, by all means, is a fruit. Like avocados are fruit. Imagine taking an avocado open and the seed being the chocolate. This is what we're talking about with the chocolate
Now
pod.
it gets mushed up.
The seed gets fermented. It gets roasted. Unless you get raw chocolate, then it's unroasted. So the seed with its shell on looks like an almond. So you could first glance you're like, okay, almonds. No, cacao beans, chocolate beans. When you peel them, because you want to peel them because they have a lot of cadmium in it. And cadmium is really not good to consume in large doses. They only say maybe a couple of beans a week with the skin on it. Once you peel them, this just looks like a large coffee bean. So it's a fruit. Coffee's a fruit, but that's not the fruit I'm talking about here.
Chocolate's fruit. Yeah, there's chocolate, there's the coffee, there's the espresso. For me, it's that sweetness. You're right, it's a fruit sweetness. I can't put my finger on it. It's that bitterness, like
almost like
get it.
Papaya-ish.
I get it, and then the bitterness comes, and it like.
It's almost like a little. The coffee, the stout is so strong that it really comes in and kicks in.
And it's
it's right at the beginning of the palate, right at the beginning.
It's a chewy stout. This is a chewy stout. This is a breakfast stout. This is a meal in a glass stout.
I'm gonna get this fruit. I'm gonna get it.
It's a good thing YouTube just went to 15 minutes and not 10.
Yeah.
Because that 5 minutes might allow you to get this fruit.
It might let me go through. You are what you drink. Awesome job here. I'm gonna go. You know, I'm going 94 points.
It's an A beer.
I'm going 94 points with
this.
It's
a 94, 95.
The finish is awesome. The nose is awesome. The body's awesome. It keeps me coming back. It's evoking a lot of conversation here. It's not a one-dimensional.
You can drink it now, drink it later, drink it by itself, drink it with dessert, with a rich gamey meat. I mean, a rich gamey.
You can even braise with this. Like, not that I want to take this and dump it in a thing of venison or something, but you could braise this. But this will go really awesome with braised lamb. Okay, get this. A braised lamb shanks. Mm-hmm. Really rich braised lamb shanks, really good. Lots of tomatoes, lots of garlic, rosemary, things like that. A good steak. But really, I'm gonna stick to this with more of the braised meats, because what happens with meats, versus a steak versus a braised meat. Braising meats, when you take a piece of meat, you cook it slowly in the oven with a lid and some kind of liquid, usually wine, or you can use beer, whatever kind of beer you want, whatever kind of wine, some kind of acid, tomatoes, garlic, herbs, whatever. You cook nice and slow, where the meat just sort of falls off the bone. Like osso buco is a type of braising. Now, I don't advocate eating veal, but if you want to do like lamb, osso buco, perfect. A lamb shank, beef, a nice braised beef dish with this. I mean, but where the sauce reduces nice and thick, and it's like glazing the meat.
Yeah, you get that chewy, and that's that kind of beer, and this is so good.
Now, I'm not sure where we can go with black beans. I mean, I'm a vegetarian because I'm primarily a vegetarian, so I wouldn't know where to. Prepare this with a vegetarian has to be a big dish. So maybe like a mole. I would totally take this beer and dump it into beans and make a mole.
A mole
with the chipotles, with the chocolate, with all that kind of stuff. And just make a nice black bean mole with this. And then, if you want to put it on fish, you want to put it on shrimp, a black bean mole on shrimp with this would go awesome.
I think you're right. It's that rich, big flavor that you need when pairing with this, and because that's what I'm getting in the glass. And it's like you said, it's 93 degrees today, and we're drinking this rich stout. We love it.
Yep. You are what you drink.
Cheers.
Drink good beer. Marcus Guiliano and MarcusG.TV, chef on a mission.
Kevin Burns from thefoaminghead.com.
New York State's beer authority. Cheers.
Check us out.